This is going to be a little bit different of a last time on the Reclamation, as we have two episode recaps to give, as one episode got corrupted during recording. So this is going to be a little bit of a lengthy one. But let's get right into it, because last time on the Reclamation, the party heads into the Slick and Spit for their post-tournament party. After a few drinks and a good meal, plus a performance by the Elementalist, a trio of elementals portraying the elements of earth, wind, and fire. Funny, I thought of that myself. The party talks with Gofar and Grodar and Galder, the members of the Skull Mutilators, about the events that led them to here, where they are now in Skull. From getting backstabbed on the boat and washing up on shore to seeing Edenfell and their dragonborn Mock in cahoots the whole time and getting experimented on and their mind jumbled. Gofar and Grodor were able to get some of their memories back in the time since, and they give that information to the remnants. The next morning, the party heads to get their reward for the tournament, a whopping 1k gold pieces each. And while talking with the High Wizard of Skull, Shortbeard and Longbeard came in to inform the wizard that the place where they were getting their crystals to make the enchanted arrows in the Desolation has been ransacked. Having a personal connection to this area, Balasar wanted to head out to investigate, and the rest of the party agreeing and following with him. The party then heads to the Desolation by boat. The second half not having a good day as the winds pick up and storms brood, causing their trip to be just a little bit longer than they expected. And then they reach the ice-covered land and start their trek to a cave where the crystals are supposed to be. The land of the Desolation, once a lush green scape of grass and trees, frozen in time, covered in ice. A couple days into their travels, the party comes across a couple of axe beaks, in which they were able to dispose of them quickly, not knowing that these were just the children, as the mother Axebeak came and brought trouble with it as it started to attack the party. Balasar noticed some of the arrows on the back of this mother, as it used to be a prey that him and his father once hunted together. The fight ended with Sabas using a new ability in a divine smite and taking down the Axebeak. Balasar collects a couple of the arrows that he could scavenge off of the back of this creature, and they continue onwards to the cave where the crystals are meant to be.
That's not right. That's not right. That looks gnarly.
It was an accident. It was on purpose, but it wasn't really meant to be on.
Hurting like a son of a bitch. Let me tell you what.
Maelthorin is tired of taking shrooms.
Force a fucking squirrel. A squirrel.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm having a heart attack.
yeah, Timmy's mom.
I turned the computer on. What's up?
Timmy's mom's hot.
So, you guys travel about another day and a half, with no issues, thanks to the area expertise that Balasar brings along. You guys do not have to worry about the terrain tripping you up, and there are no more creatures that end up in your way here. And on the 18th of Rusang, getting very close to spring here. You got about a month before spring hits, and you guys make it to the cave that marked on the map that you were given to by the Shortbeard and Longbeard. So, as you guys walk into the cave, you see just a open circular room. Pretty barren on the inside. You see where once there was crystals have been seemingly pulled out of the ground. There are holes in the ground where you can only assume that's where they once were.
Does it look like we're deep in the ground?
Go ahead. Just give me an investigation as you look across the room. I guess if anybody would like to look around as well, it would be an investigation.
Nope, that's not seeing anything. I'm blind as a bat.
You do. I mean, the walking up to a hole and looking into a hole is easy enough. You just don't spot anything else. It is. It looks like it's about. They were about half a foot into the ground.
Okay.
Okay, so half a foot is only like 6 inches. That's
Not
not
a
too
troll,
much.
anyway.
So it don't have to be anything really strong to pull it out.
Okay.
But what would want to pull it out?
So you guys are looking around, and Balasar and Sabas, you guys are kind of looking around. The walls are smooth in this chamber, in this area. Balasar, you kind of recognize this area a little bit. This is kind of... You remember your father heading to this cave multiple times with the other members of the council of your clan.
Mm-hmm.
And you all look around. Saren, as you are looking around, you find on the complete opposite end of the entrance, a good 45 feet into the room, you get to the other side, and there seems to be... You're looking around and you see at the ground there seems to be like scuff marks and a little bit of discoloration. And as you look a little bit deeper in that area, you see a section of the wall also discolored.
Discolored how?
As in, like, think of the wall as gray and it's more like a brown.
Are we talking like maybe like super dry blood?
No, you look at the rock and it's kind of like the spot that it's all like a little bit smooth. There's some like edges coming across, and this one in particular is just, it juts out a little bit more, and it just looks like a discoloration, not due to blood or anything.
Okay. Is it followable?
As in, is there like a trail or? Nope.
Okay. I'll point it out to the others in the group. Be like, we got scuff.
Mm,
It definitely looks
Okay,
scuffed.
does it look like it's like a door moving? Like if there's a hidden door there? That kind of scruff it would look like? Like a door scraped and across it and then back?
It definitely something scraping across it, yes.
Who has the best inspection or investigation to see if there's like a hidden door?
I have a +4.
What would we do? Would we like press into the wall?
Everybody but Maelthorin has already rolled an investigation for this room.
That's true. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Excuse me. Oh. Yeah, we're all on fire. Alright, I'm gonna use my mage hand. We're gonna go touch it.
What are you touching?
the scuff. We're just gonna use it to feel. It says I can I can touch stuff. And try to, like,
you
just
touch the
see if
scuff
we can
on the ground.
identify, maybe push it. I don't know.
The scuff on the
Oh.
ground, it's not. You can't push that.
Your hand is your feeling?
Maybe
That's
push
not how
it.
that
Maybe
works,
push
Sam.
the.
That is
I mean,
not
doesn't
how
it-
that
Maybe
works.
push
Sam.
the wall.
Is the scuff in coming like towards us from the other side, or actually no, we wouldn't be able to see it the other way. So the door has to, if it is a door, would open up towards us. So we need some way to suction to it and then pull.
I mean, I can lift.
If it's a door,
I
you know
can
what I mean?
lift 10 pounds with mage hand. Like, come on. You don't think it's? You think this?
My left pinky can lift 10 pounds.
Yeah, but do you really want to, like? What if it's a trap door? Do you really want to go fucking do the trap door? Why do you walk?
I
over there with
punched
your
the
big
wall.
Ogre hand. Yeah, go for it. Big ogre
Does it
hand.
move?
Go punch the wall.
What part of the wall do you punch?
Right next to the scuff, about an inch to the right of it.
The scuff is on the ground.
I know. Up on the fucking. I said I'm punching the wall, right?
Okay.
So I understand I'm not punching the ground.
Okay.
Scuff
But-
up on the
but
wall.
compared to where the scuff is.
Like, you know what I mean? To the right, like 3 inches, where I would suspect the door would pivot and then cause the scuff if there's a door. Which, to be clear,
Okay.
we don't know if there's one.
Give me a strength check.
Oh, break your hand. Let's see it.
No.
Marcus,
Fuck!
what is that? What's drinking?
No,
They are just
so
so
the
great.
strength check was to see how hard you punched the wall, so I knew what die to roll damage on. You take 1 point of damage from punching that wall.
Fuck you.
So the higher the roll, the worse it would have been for you.
I thought you were gonna have the mage hand hit it.
I'm just laughing like my mage hand would have told us right away this was just a fucking wall, you idiot.
I'm gonna keep going down in the cave then.
There is no more.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't do
gonna go
anything
with-
else, so I'll just fucking leave.
This is just.
It looked like the scrub
Oh.
marks are leading in a certain direction. Last question about them.
Maybe the
Can you-
Said it wasn't a trail.
Can you like feel up and down it to see if there's like a keyhole or a button or anything?
maybe the scuff marks are just like boot, like someone getting dragged repeatedly multiple times.
But
Is it a
wasn't
semi-
trail?
Is it a semicircle that follows
No,
like an
it's just
even
lines.
curvature? Oh, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. But this is where the X marks the spot, right? So
I think
So the scruff marks a spot.
Hmm.
That's why I think there's like maybe a
in the hole in the
Door.
front is like in the middle of the room. When they
There are multiple
Something.
holes where the crystal, because there's multiple crystals down here.
right.
You spot about 6 to 7 of them, just kind of randomly around.
And there's
Might as
no
well
more
ask.
crystals in here, or is this just?
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I can feel any magic that will make push us in the right direction?
Sure, go ahead and give me an Arcana check. And you were saying some, Saren?
I was gonna say I might as well ask. Do we know what kind of crystal? Should we pick up the crystal?
Oh,
There
there we
is
go.
no
There we go.
crystal.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Give me some feelings. I'm feeling. I'm listening. Good feels.
Better than a 6.
You kind of start feeling around with that 25, and you know for certain there's no magic in the area.
Motherfucker.
Hmm.
Go ahead. At this point, I'd say about 10-15 minutes have passed. Go ahead and give me another investigation roll.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Fucking put the goggles on.
All right. That first one, the first investigation roll, Saren got enough to locate the area, but now both Saren and Balasar at the same time, as you guys you've looked around, you've tried everything. It just something isn't clicking, and you guys kind of feel like giving up. As you guys turn around and like start kind of like walking, I'm gonna say Saren with that nat 20, you take a step where the scuff mark is, and you hear it's a metallic sound.
What?
And
Kinda
after
like that.
hearing that, Balasar, you turn around and glance, And when he steps on that part there and you hear the metallic sound, the discolored rock starts jiggling a little bit.
It jiggled.
I'm pointing down, and you're pointing across.
Is your foot like? Is it depressed at all, or is it just flat on the ground and it made a little metal
I stepped
sound?
and it made metal sound. So
Mhm.
I'm like, I want to try and dig and uncover what I'm stepping on.
Is there such thing as magic mines in D&D?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Question. Do the lines run in two parallel sets of lines? One this way, and then one this way, and they intersect each other?
No, it's just this way.
Damn it, I thought it was tic-tac-toe. Still could be Guitar Hero.
That is
Or
metal.
Connect 4.
So as you go down to dig, I mean, it just seems like this patch here where the scruff marks are is just metal. And as you're kind of like digging around, you find a very, very thin, with that nat 20, you find a very thin seam that shows like, basically it goes down the entire like scruff marks. And it's just a rectangle shape.
A seam. Interesting.
Oh,
And
I
as
think
he's
we're
messing
standing on the door,
around-
people.
And as he's messing around and keeps like moving with the door, the rock continues to kind of just jiggle whenever he presses down on it.
Like it's not moving anywhere. It's just in place. Just...
Mhm.
So we need to step on different sections, and then the rock will jiggle. So you stay there. I'm gonna go to a different section of the lines and dig at it.
Next line.
Well, you said they're line, no?
It's like, okay, so think of it as like a 5-foot section.
Okay.
That's right there. And that 5-foot section has the scuff marks.
Right.
Oh, it's not like 30 feet.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Have we tried someone do the latch and then someone push on the square?
You mean like somebody go interact with the jiggly rock?
Yeah. Well, someone interact with the rock while someone's pushing on the.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna touch the rock. I'm gonna give it a little.
Okay. You grab the rock and kind of jiggle it, and you feel that it doesn't move out, but it does move in.
There you go. Push it in.
Can I keep pushing it in?
Very easily. It slides in, and you hear it click as the ground, that 5-foot section of metal kind of starts rumbling and gets shifted and pushed underneath the rock wall, and you see a staircase.
Wow. Oh.
I told you
So
guys
the
that was
rock
this
was
the whole
the
time.
Me punching
Sure,
the
it was
wall
you.
was to tell you that.
I thought it was clear. I thought it was incredibly clear.
Last time we went down someplace like this, we found an underground city. Let's check this out.
Yeah, what are the odds that happens
Ooh.
twice? If there are snow goblins in my hometown this whole time,
Time
Be
to
very
go
upset.
Goblin Slayer mode.
So you head down, and you see there are holders for torches. No torch, no light.
Oh.
As you walk in, as long as it's not Balasar, you can see in the dark. And you can see that near the bottom of the steps, there's another discolored rock that is popped out currently.
Yeah, so that closes it.
I mean, we need a way out of here, so I don't see why we would want to keep it open.
I'm saying the rocks that with your big fat hands.
Oh, but there are axe beaks, aren't there? Should we be worried?
What are the chances they got down here?
Aspects were out in the open. This isn't down in a cave, through a cave, and
Right, but I'm
I mean,
saying
definitely
should
proceed
we
with
close it
caution,
so
but
so they don't.
Oh,
no,
true.
well, they don't happen to come in.
Mm-hmm.
Sneak up behind us.
Because if we need a quick exit.
No, I can cast dancing lights in front of us and they can keep popping. They can keep moving forward.
I also still have a potato, just in case.
Maelthorin said there will be.
It's
no
alright. I'll
way
cast
we're
dancing lights for the blind
Sweet.
one.
For the blind one.
For the blind one.
I guess I'd rather that than you call me blue blood. I'll take blind one.
Come on, I've gotten out of that mode. All right, I have matured throughout this campaign.
My
That's
blood's
very
not even
true.
blue. Like,
Are you colorblind?
I believe
are you the blind one?
I believe that racist comments stem from stereotypes that existed that never even matter anymore. It just hurts when you say them. That's the point of them.
Oh,
You know what? You have been growing, Maelthorn.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
So you guys head down a small little hallway, which then takes a turn to the right. You follow that for about 20 to 30 feet, and there is a small little room. And in this room, you find barrels that just seem to have still water and a bunch of rotten food in them. Then from there is a path to your left, which then takes you to a little bit of a crossroads section. You see there are 4 different three. You come through one side, and there are 3 other pathways. One of them just leads to a small little storage room. Bunch of rusted old weapons that are, most of them are broken. On the other end of that side, there is a hallway that just leads to rubble, like there was a cave-in. And it is at this point that I am going to want a history check from Balasar.
It was on the B.
8. Okay. With an 8, you're trying to think of this place, and you can't quite think of what could have been down here. You didn't even know this area existed. But just through your experience in navigation and knowing the area, that collapsed area heads in the direction of your where your clan called home.
And it's like really collapsed, right? Like any chance of digging through it?
You go, there are some small ones at first you can kind of pull out, but it just seems to be completely collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
You guys head down the last remaining path, which leads to a giant open room. 40-foot ceilings. On your right, there is a painting of a landmass divided into 5 different sections with a circle town in the center. You see in the center of the room there are 3 desks that form a semicircle and a throne, a chair behind it, where you see there's a plaque next to that. In the left side, the left wall, has a mural which depicts a dragonborn that you guys only know through your flashback. The dragonborn with the trident and the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And the most important thing in this room, skeletons. In a place that was so hidden. There are skeletons, there are weapons, and there are clothing and armor that depict that there was a battle that went down in this room.
Kind
How many,
of
roughly.
skeletal structure. Is they all dragon?
They are all dragonborn.
Is there a rough number of how many skeletons there are?
You get a casing of the room, and there are, you count 15.
Does it look like they killed each other? Or they were attacked?
You can't quite tell. There's just, at this point, there are just bodies, or what would have been bodies, now skeletons, that just lie across the floor, facing any and every direction.
Does the clothing and armor look like it's all from the same region?
No. And since that question came from Balasar, you would know the answer. 6. 6 of them were clothing from your clan. Clothing you recognize. 9 of them look foreign, but every single one of them, as you're looking over on the armor, they have the same emblem of the Great Wings.
Balasar,
And
do
we
you
would recognize that.
know them?
Oh, sorry.
Have you seen this before? Do you know what? You have kind of a
Those
funny
emblems.
look in your eye.
The clothing is of my clan. That much I know.
This clothing here? And do you know whose clothing this other one is?
Would I know that?
You take a look
Would
at
he
the
have seen that
clothing.
emblem?
The emblem, you for sure know. That's the same emblem that's on your necklace. That's the same emblem that's on your weapons. That's the same emblem that you have seen for your entire life, Balasar.
Right. But the other 9 have the same logo as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I happen to remember that you said that your clan has been since long gone. You recognize some, but not of others. I've noticed that some of these wear the same symbols, but different colors. Is that true? You were the last of your clan, but not of some other tribe?
Mm-hmm. Well, with it being a civil war, there's bound to be other clans on the other side. That I'm not as familiar with.
Do you wish to
Dragonborn brother against Dragonborn brother.
do you wish to bury your dead? You can take some time to give them proper rest. I don't know of your rituals, but
We in Rock,
not here.
DM?
I would.
I'm sorry, what?
are we in? We're down in the ground, so we're pretty much have rock around us, right?
Yes, the ground below you is dirt, and the walls and ceiling are made of stone.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
If I looked over the 6 bodies from my clan, would I be able to recognize any defining features of the armor on closer
I mean, for like your
investigation?
parents or something.
Of anything?
Dad.
Go ahead. You know what you're looking for. You've been living under the clan your whole life. Not very high. Give me an investigation. As you... It does get a little bit tricky when it comes to a lot of the clothing looks the same. There are only very small differences in the different fabrics, the different way that it was worn. And in trying to discern who they could possibly belong to, it is a little tough without having more than just a skeleton as well to go with it.
Right.
Yeah, but wouldn't his dad, as being the leader, have a unique
Dad was
uniform?
not the leader.
Oh, he wasn't. Okay.
What, that 18?
Mm.
You recognize 3. And it's the 3 council members. The 3 head families that served underneath the leader. With your father being one of them.
And they're all just laying on the ground.
Yes, you see in separate areas, you see one of the council members was next to the mural of your ancestor. You see one of the council members in the center where the desks are at. And the corpse, the skeleton for your father, is found more towards the stone tablet that lays in the back of the room. As you see the clothing of 3 other dragonborns that you do not recognize. At this point, as you guys have taken some time in the room, go ahead and everybody just give me a general.
Are we able to look at this tablet a little more?
You go to the stone tablet with everybody's investigation checks here.
What's up, mine? I had rolled in that one.
You don't know. It could work.
Sabas and Maelthorin, pretty good. You guys are looking through the desks, and you find each of you find 15 gold pieces. And you see a bunch of just papers lying around, blank mostly. Some of them have some like drawings, seems to be battle strategies, things going on with the upcoming pending war at the time. Saren, in the middle desk, you find a letter that is mainly written in Draconic. The only part that is written in common is the name signature at the bottom, which is Thalrar Folthrin.
The
We know that
Thalral Frothrin
Hey,
of the Frothrins?
Balasar.
Balasar, you
The
are looking at
Falco
the
family?
stone while they're looking at all this. The stone tablet in Draconic, it reads, "Once in darkness the light prevailed, but in that light the shadow remains. Only he worthy of the power of light sees through the shadow." Going back to the 3 people who didn't roll nat ones on their investigation. You search the desks, you find those papers, you find that gold. Specifically, Sabas. You are basically, there's a desk close to each wall, and then a desk close to the like throne chair. You are on the one closest to the mural with the large island, the large landmass that is separated. After you get done looking at the desk and turn around to look at that map, you see there are 5 different sections across the outside of this. In the center, there's a circle with a large tower, and to the north, the section to the north, is depictions of thunderstorms. And going in clockwise order, we have lava and fire. We have ice. we have like a beautiful grassland, and then we have a disgusting swamp depiction. And in that center where the tower is, drawn on the top of the tower, there is like what you would like depict as light.
Is the light beaming on a specific spot?
The light is at the top of the tower, and as you go to look at it a little more, slowly regaining your memories and slowly remembering things about where you came from. Especially, you've seen the map of Davonmere. There is a spot in Davonmere that is completely isolated. In the center, there is that mass of water that has a giant hole, and all that comes out of it is a giant tree. But also, looking at where that light is depicted, that light kind of flickers for a moment.
Flickers.
And at this point, it is Saren brings up the letter to you, Balasar.
I can't read this, except for your name. Part of your name. It's probably for you.
I'll take the letter. And I'll like to read it.
It is in Draconic. You are the only one that can read it. And this handwriting, this is your father. This is his handwriting. And if you could look at that PDF I just sent you.
Okay. Cool. I have one tear come down. I'm gonna fold it up. Put it in a little pocket. Thank you, Saren. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go walk back to his body. Can I ask one more favor from you, Saren?
Yeah, how can I help?
Can you cast that spell on my father?
Oh,
Sure.
your father, you sure?
I would like to know what
Okay.
happened here.
Well, here we go. Prepare your questions.
You go back to your father's corpse and get it to a place where you can use Speak with Dead. Do you cast it, Saren?
I do.
Yep. Complete jaw, complete facial structure intact. The Speak with Dead spell takes place as a skeleton. No eye sockets, no nothing, just cracks up, and a little bit of silver moonlight flickers in the eyes as it reveres you and awaits your questions.
That's really cool. And very creepy.
I'm so sorry. Tell
How
me
many
what you want
questions
me
do
to
we get?
ask him.
How many do we get? Again?
3, I think.
5. You get 5 questions.
5!
Is it fine?
Yep.
Nice.
Just checked.
What happened in this room before your death?
So I asked that question. What happened in this room before you died?
The skeleton, you hear a crack as it opens its jaw, and though it should not be able to form words, as it is just a skeleton, you hear as it mimics talking. A battle. They come seeking our knowledge.
Who
Should we want to ask that?
is seeking our knowledge?
Who is seeking your knowledge?
Dragonborn from a clan in a place called Davonmere.
Do we know this Davomir?
I do. It is the place of my home. Actually.
Yeah, the
After
Dragonborn from your homeland came here and, for knowledge, basically almost annihilated.
I'm
Lore
well
question.
aware of what that implies.
Have you
all
seen
the
Dragonborn over
Dragonborn-
there?
Are all Dragonborn in my clan the same color?
No.
Okay. I don't know that's how they worked or not.
Can I offer a bit of advice before you ask any more questions?
Yes.
As someone who didn't get to speak to his family before they were gone, these are the times where you choose to take care of yourself before everyone else. These are the last words you will ever get to speak to your father. Please take them for yourself. Ask the questions you would have never gotten to ask. That is all.
What was so important of our knowledge that they needed to know? That they needed to kill for?
What was so important of our knowledge that they needed to know that they would kill for it?
The knowledge of where their god came from.
Did the council accept your consideration?
Before you ask that, it was out here where he died. Would he have given it to the who it needed to be to make that decision? Would he have had to hand that to the
Only one way to
leader?
find out.
True.
I sort of look at Balasar and I'm like, consideration?
He'll know.
Did the council what?
Accept the consideration.
Accept. Did the council accept the consideration?
The council did not have a moment to read my consideration.
Figured.
My last question is, were you happy with the life that you had?
Were you happy with the life that you had?
I could not have been happier. The only regret was not seeing my boy grow into a man. And as the silver light starts to fade from its eye sockets, You don't know if it's just the way of the body going back to how it was before the spell, but Balasar, it looks at you before the light fades away and the skeleton lays back down on the ground, motionless.
I'm going to take one of my short swords out. Make a small cut in my hand. I clench to my heart and put it on the skeleton, right on his chest.
And you see where the armor was for the father of Balasar, loving husband, great hunter for the clan. Next to the emblem of the great wings, an handprint of blood.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yes. If you want to bury your loved one now, maybe we can help you. Or if you want to wait till later, I will be there with you to help you.
I want to leave him here. This tomb is his grave. I want them to see what they died for.
Okay, I will honor your wish.
And we'll have some talking to do about Davonmere later. Sabas.
We will. This place helped me remember a bit. I won't be able to answer everything. It's been so long, but I will do my best.
I'll collect myself a little more and I will hold no secrets. I take out the letter and I slowly read it to everyone.
Oh, powerful.
I don't know what this means moving forward.
Depends on if we can get to your home. Was your home base down in the underground or was it above ground? Your home.
It was out, but then turned into underground. So it's still accessible if we go out of the cave.
And go
But-
around above ground.
At this point, it was about midday when you guys came in. And it's hard to gauge how much time has actually passed with it being so dark. But as you guys finish up your discussions and take another look around the room, you go back to the map, that big landmass. And Sabas, as you've already looked at this, that light at the top of the tower, you swear it's gotten brighter.
It's, I know we just went down in that cave, but is that changed? Did anybody else see that?
I mean, change.
The light, it was before it was flickering.
Yeah, I remember it flickering.
Is
I
the
know-
light?
Do we notice it's brighter now too by looking?
I mean, it definitely seems like there's a light coming from it.
Is the reflection changed at all? Is that altered at all? Is it is it refracting off the light, or is it the light simply gotten brighter?
The area around the light has just gotten brighter.
Can I
Balasar,
move it
you wanna
all,
go into
or
that?
change it, or maybe?
As you all are taking a look at it, it could have just easily been due to the weather conditions that have been pestering this land since it got frozen over. But there are definitely signs of erosion going on, as there are multiple cracks around this area where the light seems to be getting brighter.
Is this? Do you still have a detect magic? Maybe detect magic on it.
Someone's got to have detect magic, right?
I don't think I have that. No.
I don't know if that's a thing I can do.
It's not.
It
I don't
is,
think any
but
of
it's not
that
at the
is-
moment.
Right, yeah,
At the moment. This definitely isn't a map of Carnavia, right? Like, we at least recognize that.
doesn't look like Carnavia at all. It's definitely a
All-
more... It's very ragged and not quite a circle, but it's in a circular shape.
Mm-hmm.
If I haven't said it before, this display is remarkably familiar to Davonmere. It has each its own respective region, and in the center of Davonmere is this large blooming tree, with kind of this weird stone base that goes miles around it, perfectly carved. It's eerily similar.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like this is a beacon point, like, that connects to it in surrounding areas. I don't remember there being a frigid place in Davonmere, so I wonder if this is like one of the things that is connected to it.
Do you recognize the area of the light?
I think the light is at the same point of which the tree is, or at least that's what I'm seeing. It's giving some sort of indicator that there is. It's relevant somehow. There's so much talk of deities and hidden things and these orders. I'm wondering if that is a place that is bound to all of it.
Is there any comparison of that tree? Is it similar to the tree that we found underground with the
I don't know.
goblins?
I like to remember it.
The tree, from your memory, give me a intelligence check.
Fuck.
Is you smart or is you ain't? Is you
You're gonna get a
smart?
raw 8, and you're gonna be happy about it.
Definitely wasn't no tree with no moon faces been printed on the leaves, that's for sure.
That's what I was saying, dog. Ain't no tree, ain't no moon faces, dog.
Okay.
Nothing.
Had to ask. We've seen one mythical tree. Now we're talking about another.
We should take this map with us.
It's painted on the wall.
So,
Are there papers around this? Can we try and copy it?
There are a
To the
bunch
best
of,
of our
yeah,
ability?
the tables have a bunch of blank papers.
I'll try it, but I know that Dewbagger draws, so he should probably do it.
Do I?
Not a great answer.
I'm the guy that plays.
I mean, I do got sleight of hand. I do got steady hands, I guess. I mean, would I roll anything for this?
It's a dexterity check for
Dexterity. Okay. Just a regular dex roll.
I did it.
Let's see. What are your tool proficiencies? Yep. Just your dexterity roll.
But
Yeah, I did real good. My rolls tonight suck.
That's fine. Saren definitely covered up where.
Yeah, I know he did.
Balasar or Dubagger lacked when it came to the drawing efforts today.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's going through and he is drawing this map, ever so slightly, the light got a little bit dimmer.
I'm gonna take my ring out and let the light going, so that he can see, just in case it goes completely out before he's done.
Can we cut all of the light?
What?
Like, no more dancing lights, like, just darkness.
Turn everything out.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Does that change anything?
Let me take it down.
Turning off the dancing lights doesn't, but the ring of daylight, as the light shines into the room, you guys take a peek around, and on the other side, the mural to the ancestor, the mural to who you now know as Doramir Fulthrin. With his right hand, he holds his trident up high, and in his other hand, empty. As you look across, it aligns with the light from the center town. And you see the illusion of his hand fades, and there is a little cubby.
Look.
And
Look what I
where
found.
his hand was?
Yeah, where his hand was in the mural. There's a little cubby. I'm gonna check this out.
You go look at the cubby, and there is a very, very torn and damp notebook.
Damn.
Guys, who wants to look at this? Be
Did we
very
get some
careful.
damp
It's
rid in
damp.
this cavern?
Surprised it's damp.
That's okay. I'll cast Mage Hand to set it down, and then look through the pages for us, so we don't have to touch the nasty hand. Unless someone wants to punch it.
No punching.
I would like to
Please.
punch it, but purposely miss and sock the absolute shit out of our
Punch to the right.
necromancer.
Punch to the right of it. Punch to the right of it.
Oh, you're holding it?
As you open up and flip it through the pages, it is damaged. Pages are torn. There's water damage. A lot of words you can't quite read. The words that you can read are all in Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
But Balasar, this is an ancient Draconic. You can't even make out all of it. But what you do get out of it,
Ancient.
in this notebook, it details a war with 5 major dragons. The outside territories that you'd see in the map, each one was ruled by one of those dragons. The center circle was the stronghold. There were heroes who were summoned to clear the threats, but the heroes betrayed. A 6th dragon in the shape of a human, the leader of the stronghold, a second betrayal. The town destroyed, dismantled, gone from the map. At this point, the world is covered in so much dense magic, the saturation of magic in this world, to the point where you can see particles of magic with your own eyes. More heroes came to deal with the threat. They were able to seal each of the 6 dragons and toss them into the astral ether where lies nothingness. And the results of the war, you see the final page that is legible, and it's barely legible. This paper is holding on between the tears and the water damage. You see half of it is missing, but you see the land broken in the shapes of Carnavia and Davonmere.
Whoa. Like they used to be
Blood.
together?
And that is where we're going to leave off tonight.
Oh,
Yo, you Pangeaing this shit?
You fucking pansy in this.
it seems like we have a whole lot of puzzle pieces that we have yet to know how they fit together.
There are frozen bodies of Dragonborn in not really streets because they weren't paved. They were just places that didn't have buildings that you could walk in between.
What? What'd you hear? Well, let us know what you're hearing.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. Can you just?
You're talking. You can't listen. Shut up.
This is Flothrin Xantar using the message spell.
I love these
You
amazing
can
shots.
reply.
I want to do a strength check. I want to kick this fucking door in.
There is no door.
It's
It
not
is
a door, it's a
it is
cave.
literally a cave entrance.